Welcome over here. We're driving to work, guys. It's early. It's cold as fuck. This is a Kletus Roadside service, which having a service truck right now, sounds like good ass money with what the hell's going on. There's a lot of fucking crashes and shit. But I'm driving. I think I'm on completely ice. I don't know. But we're on our way into work. It's Tuesday. My boss gave everybody Monday off. He said, don't even try to come in. So nobody came in, which was nice. And I left my house once to go. That was because we ate up a lot of the food that was in the house for 3 days. Sitting there not doing anything. So I went to McDonald's, and McDonald's on Monday night was like, we're not open. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I had the kids out in the yard. We were playing. We made a snowman. We were having a snowball fight. It wasn't even all that cold out. The road seemed to be pretty good. But I don't know. Maybe you guys don't even know what the hell happened. It snowed a fuckload. Okay. We got, I think our, news totals was like 13 inches. But I'm going to tell you right now, I had, 2 foot of snow drifts up in my driveway. And I had just parked car number 4 in my driveway. So most of my driveway was covered up by vehicles, which is pretty good. But there's a lot of it that wasn't, and then there's tight spaces in between the cars. Alright, here we go. We're stopping now. Oh shit. I don't want to hit nobody. I don't want nobody to hit me. We're going to be going over, right here on the highway, you can't tell if you're on a bridge or you're not. Because the roads are so wide and there's all types of little bridges and shit. So once you're on a bridge, that's where the ice is gonna. Everybody knows the bridges are ice. That's what I'm saying. And everything else is just it could be ice. I don't know. It is 3 degrees out right now. Number 3. I was looking at it last night to see it. I don't know. Before I went to bed, it was 5. So it's gotten even colder. And I don't know. I hope my boss has a little bit of leeway with me. My wife, I slightly remember, it could have been just a complete dream. I don't know. But my wife woke me up and said, hey, you need to get going. And I said, no, my Lord, I still have time. And now I realize, I don't know, I was out of it. I was asleep. And I was also dumb because last night I just could not go to fucking sleep. I just could not go. I was awake, attentive until like 7. Or not 7. Not 7. What the fuck am I talking about? Sorry, there's a crash right there. Not a crash, it's just like dumb fucks that were about to miss their exit in the worst conditions possible and then decided to just cut over, and now they're stuck in the median, but they're also trying to get through to take that exit, I guess, and it just created a whole backup. I got my cars cleaned off yesterday, which was nice. I don't know, my mother-in-law. Listen, I was on, every time I think I like my mother-in-law, let's go on to another one. Because this bitch, she calls my wife, it was Sunday. So Saturday, it iced and snowed real fucking bad. I don't know. I don't even know which day it was now. But it was like the next day, and her mom called her and was like, hey, has he gone out and snow shoveled yet? I said, fuck no, I ain't gone out and snow shoveled yet. We're still like in the middle of a blizzard is what it was. I was like, I'm not gonna go out there and fucking shovel just to fucking go back out there and shovel it again. And none of it's gonna do any good because there's ice underneath everything. The fuck are you talking about? Do I plan on going anywhere? No. If I have to go somewhere, guess what? I have a 4-wheel drive truck sitting right there. A foot of snow isn't going to be fun, but it's not going to be impossible to drive fucking through whenever I back out. The fuck are you talking about? No, I'm not going to go shovel my driveway. And my wife was like, well, yeah, she said they're going to go out and they're going to shovel probably 4 or 5 times. I'm like, good. Let them. Who the fuck does she think she is? She's miles the fuck away. If I need to get my cars out, it's not going to be a quick process anyways. And I'll make it as fast as it can possibly be. I'm not going to go out there and shovel my whole fucking driveway in a blizzard 4 times. The fuck is she talking about? So anyways, that really pissed me the fuck off. So, and I didn't touch the driveway. I tried to open up the front door once, and it was like snowed in pretty good. So I just left it. I was like, yeah, fuck it. There's nothing outside we need to do anyways. We're snowed in. We're staying in. All the travel boards are saying do not travel. What the fuck am I going to go outside and shovel my driveway for? I don't want to do that. I'm going to stay inside my pajamas and snuggle up with my kiddos and watch funny movies or something. What did we watch? We watched Scooby-Doo. We watched Without a Paddle. And that was just yesterday. We watched other movies. Lilo and Stitch, I think. I don't know. A bunch of other little cartoony movies and stuff. But we watched Without a Paddle, which I ain't seen that in a while. That's a pretty good one. And yeah, we made hot chocolate. We went outside yesterday, and that's when I went out to shovel, and it was like 10 o'clock in the afternoon, 10 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, I'm going to go ahead and go out there and shovel. And didn't bring the kids out with me then. I just went out and shoveled, which it would have been a really good idea for me to just bring, if everybody would have went out all at one time, because then I had to go out twice. Because I went out and I shoveled the front driveway, the stairs, put down ice melt, all the good shit. And then I went out back and I shoveled a pathway through the yard for the dogs. And then like the back deck, all that good stuff. And then I went inside and I took all my wet clothes off. Oh. Yeah, that's not a good spot for you to be, bud. There's a semi just pulled over, and he's not even all the way on the shoulder. And he didn't have any lights on or anything. And the person in front of me got over, and then I didn't have time to get over. So I got close to him, but I wasn't going to hit him or nothing. But what are you doing pulled over there? I know we're on like a long bridge right here. This is the part of the highway that's, I don't know, a half a mile of just bridge. So there's always, like, anytime it's freezing issues, there's a wreck right there. But no wreck, just a guy pulled over right before it for no fucking reason. He's just like, hey, yeah, we need to create more traffic. Let me just pull over halfway off the road here and just create traffic for no fucking reason. I mean, maybe he has a reason to be pulled over. Maybe. But I'm doing 40 miles an hour, okay? This is why I hope my boss is going to be okay with me coming in. And I'm going to be, like, I wasn't going to be behind if the roads were nice. But here we are. The roads aren't nice. I'm going to be, I don't know, my GPS says I'm going to be 18 minutes late. That's like, my GPS thinks it's going to take me twice as long to get to work. So, whatever. And I think as long as I show up, I don't think he's going to have a big problem. And I don't think they're going to be sending anybody out. I mean, they'll probably send us out. But it's like, y'all are, whoever the customer is, it's like, you're lucky we're sending these guys out, because this is a lot of expensive equipment. Is it worth sending all this expensive equipment out on the roads when a lot of it could be fucking totaled or need to get towed or something? And it's 3 degrees, guys, and I don't even have anything on my schedule, but nobody told me to stay the fuck home, so I'm going in. I'm not even gonna ask anything about anybody. I'm just gonna go in, show up, and be like, yo, I'm here, pay me, please. And I don't even know how we're getting paid for yesterday, because he told us to stay home. So it's like, all right, you told us to stay home. Is that a PTO? Because I would have, in my air quotes, I'd have came in if I'd have known. But, you gotta play hard ass a little bit. Like, oh, I'd have came in yesterday. I'd have came in. It'd have been fine. Which I would have come in, and I probably would have made it there, and everything probably would have been fine. But he told everybody to stay home, which was kind of awesome. I wonder how does he plan on paying everybody to stay home? I don't know. I don't know if we work that way. He might say use PTO, which I have PTO, and I will use it. I really need to save some of it up, because I have a big vacation coming up in 5 months, going to Alaska. What the fuck? What the fuck are we doing? Going to Alaska in spring, summer? I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna, like, winter has been pretty fucking chill. Like, I've been, bringing a jacket with me, wearing a jacket most of the time, but I'll take the jacket off, just wear a long sleeve and stuff. It's been pretty fucking mild up until fucking Friday night. Saturday. Well, no, it was like Saturday whenever it started getting real bad out. Saturday around noon, I guess. I don't know, but we had nowhere to go, nothing to do. We had just got groceries. We were ready to be bunkered down for a while, and I don't know. I was also worried about the power going out, which is weird because it's 5 degrees now. I don't think it was that cold during whenever it was icing and snowing and stuff. It's like now it's that cold. So I don't know. But we did have a couple of power flickers, like the lamp in the kitchen blinked a couple of times. Luckily, that was it. Nothing else happened. Kept our power on the whole time. Everybody's nice and good, like. But yesterday when I got the driveway cleared off, I cleared off both the cars. My wife's car, I'm like, you got auto start, okay? And the ice that was on the windows that were in the shade was not coming off. Like, it was not coming off. So, and her car was in front, and I was like, hey, just auto start your car, because you can auto start it twice without having to go outside. So I was like, auto start it, wait for it to turn off, and then auto start it again, and I have all your heat and stuff set up. And I scraped off her car, and I got like the roof and everything, but the windows that were in the shade, I was just like, I don't want to bother with that. You just heat up your car, it'll be all right, I promise. My car was at the end. I'm in the cruise today. My car was at the end of the driveway, so I just spun it around, and the sunlight did a wonderful job. Maybe I should have turned her car around too. But okay, yeah, just come into my lane. I'm keeping a super safe distance over here, and this fucking Mazda waited until I was like right up next to it, and it's like, hey, I want to come over Well, I see now why, because their lane is completely covered in snow, but the funny thing is that snow is more traction than this fucking ice that we're probably driving on. I don't want to test if we're on ice or not. I can pull the e-brake right now, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let the car do what it's going to do. There's like nobody behind me. There's a couple, I don't know, 20 cars in front of me, but they're staggered out. And I got the probably 6 to 8 seconds of following distance going on here. We're just making our way in, Chevy cruising it up. Why am I not driving the truck? I'm not driving the truck because it's got a few leaks. And the hood, I didn't clean the truck off. Well, I mean, I did. Well, most of the ice is off of the truck because of the sun that was beating on it. And I did like knock the snow and stuff off of it. But I was like, I don't want to drive the truck today. It's got a few leaks. I know I'm going to have to add power steering fluid to it. And I don't know. The clutch has still got a leak in it also. I need to get those fixed. And this would have been a great weekend to do it had I had a shop and picked up the parts already. That would have been cool. But I didn't pick up the parts already, and I just, McDonald's was fucking closed yesterday. No telling how long they were closed. I don't know. But I went to McDonald's. You might be dumb, might be thinking I'm dumb for going to McDonald's before checking out to see if they're open or not. My wife made an online order. She's like, I'm going to order McDonald's. It's cheap, it's quick, it's right down the road. Just go grab that. And I went to go grab it, and I get there, and they're fucking closed. I was like, hey, damn it, they're closed. What the fuck? Now I'm driving out here. I did not want to go anywhere. I was like, I will cook. There's a person walking in the fucking highway. There's a person walking in the middle of the highway, like in a lane, in completely black clothing, walking. The fuck is that about? I didn't see a car pulled over. Like, there are no cars on the shoulder. I have not seen any accidents other than that little fucking people got stuck in the whatever. But this bitch is walking in the fucking highway. I cannot believe it. Kansas City. What the fuck? You never know what you're going to be rolling up on. A lady's just obtaining a lane with her body in completely black clothing. It's dark, by the way. The sun has not come up. Just walking. I don't know. Hopefully you make it to where you're going. I'm not going to pull over and give you a ride. If I was in my service truck, I probably would. Am I going to just keep using that as an excuse or something? I don't know. Yeah, I like to glorify the service truck once I get it going, and it's not going to be. I keep saying that, but it's just because I have I changed the podcast to Kletus Roadside Service. I think it's kind of funny to be. I'm roadside service, as in I talk on the road. It's a service for some, I would think. But anyways, no, I glorify the fucking service truck. It's going to be my fucking raggedy ass truck with a couple of bottles of oil thrown in the vent. And it's not going to be anything fucking. I still don't even. I would like to put decals on it. That would be cool, but I don't think I'm going to do that anytime soon. So, I don't know, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update and say, yo, I'm still alive. I just posted an episode today. It's Monday, or Tuesday, I mean. I just posted one. That was on Friday. Alright, there's a guy stuck in the snow. Spun it out, didn't you? You spun her out. That might have been the car that flew the fuck past me. I don't know why I didn't mention it on the podcast. I was in the middle of a different thought, but there was a car that came flying up the fast lane. I was like, that's the only time they do 55 on this fucking highway. This highway is supposed to be 55 the whole way. And the only time they do 55 is when it's fucking ice out. There was a car on the side of the road, but it is completely buried by the snowplows. They have completely buried that motherfucking car. I would be so pissed if that was my car. Like, my fucking car got stuck and I just left it, and then I came back and it's fucking buried. Buried by the snowplow. Like, I'm pretty sure it was a car. But it also could have just been a pile of snow. Yeah, and what's on the agenda for today? I have no fucking clue. All our jobs got canceled on Monday, and then today, I don't know. I don't think I'm even on the schedule, so I'm just going to show up, and if they have something going on, I'm going to do it. If not, I'm going to hang around the shop, do whatever. I'm sure there's going to be, I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of people just hanging out. But I got, like, computer work that could be done. I know on Thursday, I'm just going to our city office, which is like right here. I'm just going there and gonna do a 8-hour HasWalk refresh. That's about it. And then on Friday, we're gonna be hauling water out of St. Joe. Shouldn't be a big deal. Just go up to St. Joe and grab a load of water. They want to clean their tanks out. It was a job that got canceled a few weeks ago that I drove all the way out to St. Joe just to find out that it got canceled. I'm like, y'all could have sent me a phone call or something. So set it on your schedule. What the fuck? Why? I'm not going to check my schedule every single morning, especially when I'm doing the same job multiple days in a row. Check your schedule, and then I look at my schedule. All the snow day, all day, it said that I was going to be pulling roll-offs from somewhere, and that didn't happen. So I don't know. They say check the schedule, but then I check the schedule and it's not accurate. So it's like, what the fuck? And the only way I knew it was accurate is because I got a text. It's like, just send me a text if you cancel my job. It's not a big deal. Just send me a text. Hey, job's canceled. Cool. We'll do something else. Or, you know, what would normally happen would be, hey, your job's canceled. Instead of that, I need you to do this. Those are nice to get. And it was right about this moment that I about fucking totaled my car. I'll never forget that. Coming around here, this was on bald tires in the rain. And I about lost them. Right here. I went sideways, 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 sideways. And then I don't know how, but I regained control. And I was able to make it through and make it to work. Oh man, that was a bad day. And right now, this is all a bridge. This is an even longer bridge than the other one. This is like a full mile of you're not in contact with the ground at all. You are suspended over the ground the whole time with nothing underneath you. There's a lot of homeless underneath me right now. Probably saying, fuck, it's cold as shit. Damn it, I shouldn't have been home. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people are homeless for all different types of reasons. But whenever it gets this cold, like, there's shelters and stuff. It's like, all right, leave your drugs outside and you can come in. And a lot of them are like, fuck that, dude. Fuck that. I'm not leaving my drugs out. It's like, all right, well, that's your choice, is to have your drugs rather than come into the fucking place. But yeah, that's, I mean, from what I'm not super knowledgeable about the homeless, but that's what I've heard from multiple sources, is that, oh yeah, they're not allowed to do drugs in there, so they don't go to the shelters, they don't go to like the little homes and stuff. They just stay outside with their drugs in their tent, which is, I just can't believe it. That sucks. Well, and also Kansas City, I don't know if it's running right now, but we have a rail car, not a rail car, but a fucking street car. It's a heated streetcar that's completely free to use, and I would imagine this time of year that's a homeless bedding ground right there. Is where a lot of the homeless just get on the streetcar and ride it around for hours and hours until the conductor. It does have a conductor, but the conductor will be like, "Hey, you gotta get the fuck off, because my shift's over." You know, I've been on here for 8 hours now. Gotta get off. But I have no idea if that's even running right now, because it uses tracks in the ground, and if the tracks in the ground are full of ice and shit, plus with cars trying to park on the side of the road and shit like that, like, there's already barely enough room for the streetcar to pass. I'd be surprised if Kansas City did a good enough job to let cars park and the streetcar to run during these times. I bet you it's down. But we're almost to work. We're almost there. We are really fucking close. And we are finally off the bridge, the ice bridge. But it's still icy. It's hard to not be ice at 3 degrees. Got a clover leaf I gotta take, and then I get onto another bridge that goes over a river. And it's a long, straight bridge. So let's hope we make it. If I don't make it, I'll bring you back. How about that? Well, I'm back, everybody. I am back. This is a little bit later. It is almost 1 in the afternoon. Am I leaving? I am leaving the shop. I'm not going home, though. I've been dealing with some fucking problems, for fucking sure. I thought today was going to turn out to be pretty fucking chill until, so I get here and I go into the office and I'm just kind of hanging out. I grab me a nice cup of Joe. It's delicious. I sit there and I go through my work bag here, and I get all my old receipts and everything out, and I wanted to redo my I have these little booklets that I write down every single job. It's just so if somebody's like, "Hey, you remember 3 weeks ago when you were out at whatever the fuck?" I have a booklet of every single job that I've been on for the entire year, so I can go back and look at it. I know it's online, or not online, but in the app. You can go in the app and look back at shit, but there's other details I add into my book. Not really. Well, I guess no. There's probably more details on the app, but at least this is something I can quickly just pull up, because I don't know, going back and being like, I don't know when the fuck I was there. You got to click on every single day. You can't sort it out. And with my little book, it's nice and good, because I can just flip through the pages. That's how I figured out I worked. Statistically, every other weekend last year. Statistically. But anyways, so I get my new book all ready to go, and then I say, "Hey, boss, I can shovel the fucking sidewalk out front, in between because everybody's been,
the first person to walk through there, everybody else took the same stride as them because it's like up to your knees of snow. So everybody was just walking in everybody's footsteps, and I was like, I'm going to go ahead and shovel this up. I said that before I had gotten a shovel. All I had was a flat shovel, like a really small, like little 12-inch shovel, and that's all I had. But I got it done. I got it fucking done. And I thought, my boss was like, you know what, that would be fucking awesome if somebody would shovel that. I'm like, fuck, I'm your guy, dude. I'm your guy. I can do that. You can be proud of me. So I did that. And then I go into the shop, and I'm just going to fuck around in the shop is kind of what I was planning on doing. Because there's a whole group of guys just fucking around in the shop. Like, they're literally not doing anything. They're just standing there talking. So I was like, I'm going to go fucking stand with them and talk too. And there's one guy. Let me see if I get stuck on this fucking hill here. There's one guy that was working on a power washer, so I went over to him. I didn't want to sit there and be a fucking complete lazy ass. So I was over there working on the power washers with him. They're just little power washers, little wheel around ones. But I guess there's a branch that was going to come. One of our other branches was going to send a couple guys to our branch to pick them up because they need them for whatever job, And we were having issues with the, I don't know, they weren't getting fuel. Well, both of them. I don't know. They're just they're V-twin Briggs and Stratton pressure washers, but they were not getting fuel, both of them. They both worked in the past, so I don't know. I have no idea. So let's see, what did I do? I helped them for a while, and then I went back over, and I just hung out with the guys, standing around talking. And then I got a phone call from my boss. He said, "Hey man, I don't care who you grab, but I need you and somebody else, since there's probably some other people in there not doing shit, to grab the low boy and then get the big excavator, which it's not a big excavator. It's only like 8 foot wide, but it's as big as you can have and be like, I don't need oversized plates or banners or anything." That guy's shit got fucked up. There's a sleeper cab on a truck up ahead that I think I know what happened to you, bud. So anyways, I'm like, yeah, no problem. So I grab a truck, just random truck. It happened to be 309, which is a good truck. Grab 309, and then I go get it hooked up to the low boy, and I get the low boy split apart. Everything's going well. We get the excavator, and then it like started to gel up. I don't know. I didn't run the excavator at all, but one guy said it's starting to gel up. So we hurried up and threw some 911 or whatever the fuck is, whatever it is, in there, and then ran it for a little bit longer. And then I got it loaded up, but I totally forgot how we normally strap down these excavators. There's spots that have an arrow and a chain and a hook, like a little pictogram on the side of them. So I got it all strapped down, but I was like, I don't like the way this hook is, because it's hooked, and it's, whenever you tighten the binder down, it's pulling, instead of pulling straight on the hook, it's pulling the hook sideways. And I was like, I don't like that at all. Like, you tighten it down too much, and these hooks aren't really rated to be pulled in that orientation. It's a big word for me. So I called another guy over, and he's like, yeah, you have it all wrong. There's actually big D-rings underneath on the inside of the tracks. And you got to crisscross your chains. So I was like, oh, wonderful. So I spent a long time chaining this motherfucker down because I chained the entire thing down, and then I had to go undo all my chains and redo all the chains, whatever. And I got it, and then one guy, the guy that was running it, he's like, "Yeah, this thing's really low on def, so you should probably fill it up before you leave." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And then they all walked away. Like after I got it chained down, and well, it was only my brother that helped me chain it down. There's some other guys that instructed me on how to chain it down, but it was really only my brother that was helping me. We got her chained down. I went through and made sure everything was nice and tight. Everything's good with it. And then I'm ready to leave finally. Like my boss is like, "Damn, about time." I'm like, "Yeah." And then I go out and I notice I have a fucking low tire because I didn't really pre-trip that truck. It was just I was just pulled it. It was inside the shop, so it was nice and warm. There was no ice and snow and shit all over it. So I went ahead and yanked it out of the shop and just got everything hooked up. Well, it turns out it had a fucking flat tire, which was not fucking cool. Not cool at all. So I had to get that truck disconnected, and I had this other guy. He's like a newer guy, but he is Class A. And I was like, "Hey, will you do me a favor? Because I need to get that 308 out of the shop and pull 309 in there. I'm going to unhook 309 from the trailer that I got. Will you pull 308 out? And then I'm going to be next to the trailer saw because I needed to adjust it a little bit, adjust the trailer because it's got hydraulics and shit on it. Even though the hydraulics aren't hooked up, I can still bleed off some pressure because like the gooseneck of this split low boy, goose split neck. I don't know what the fuck to call it still. Anyways, no, he just pulled the truck out and pulled it way off into the where they did not plow. I don't know why the fuck he did it, but he drove it off and stuck it in the deep snow. And I was like, "What the fuck, you motherfucker? What the fuck are you doing, dude?" He's like, "Oh, I was just pulling it out for you." I was like, "Did you? I told you I was gonna. I unhooked this truck and I pulled it out of the way so you could pull in here." He's like, "Oh, okay." So, and then it was stuck. It was completely stuck in the snow. He's like, "I give up. You fucking do it." I'm like, "You son of a motherfucker." All right. So, I went over there and the truck was just completely stuck. But I rocked it. I got it to start rocking back and forth, and then I got it out. I got enough traction to where I could get out and get over to where there's a little bit of gravel showing. And yeah, then everything was fine, right? Got that truck hooked up, and then the other truck, I just went over to the mechanics. I was like, "Hey, that truck's outside. It's got a flat tire. Somebody should fix it. I'm gonna leave it out there because there's a bunch of guys inside the shop moving. We have these like Landa trailers inside there, like pressure washer trailers, like big ones, and they're moving them all around inside the shop. So I was like, I'm not gonna pull it in because it's gonna be in everybody's way. So just letting you know, it's out there. It's ready to go." Then I get this truck and I get hooked up finally, and then one of the little rubbers for the D-rings rips off. And I'm like, wonderful. So I had to go back into the shop, grab that fucking, or not D-ring, what I call glad hand rubber. And so I got the old one pulled out, got the new one put in there, hooked up my air, hooked up my hydraulics, got everything ready to fucking go. And then I was like, "Oh, I almost forgot. I need to get def." And I was like, "Yeah, I wonder how low of def this thing's got." So I get in the cab of the excavator, which is already up on the trailer. It's kind of a bitch to get to, but I got up in there, got it. And then I'm like, "Where the fuck is the key?" So I get out of it, go inside the shop, look around, no key. And then I remembered my brother was the one that had the key. They got up in there to fucking, and then he's the one that put the anti-gel in the fuel cap, and the fuel cap takes the key. So I call him up. I'm like, hey, where the fuck are you? You got the key to the excavator? He's like, oh shit, yeah, I do. I'm like, okay, well, I need it. He's like, well, how bad do you need it? I'm like, I'm leaving with it, and the only reason I'm taking the excavator somewhere is so somebody can operate the excavator. I kind of need the fucking key. It's like, oh, okay, well, I just left. I got to get propane. I'm like, do not get propane right now. Get back over here and get me my fucking key. So got my brother to come over and got the key, and then I pull it over to the DEF tank and I start filling up the DEF. Well, we used to have a heater, like a little space heater, because the DEF nozzle, the tank is on the inside, but the nozzle is on the outside inside of like a little shed thing. And we usually have a heater out there. Well, nobody decided that we needed the heater quite yet. So the DEF nozzle was all froze up. It was coming out at a trickle, but it was barely fucking coming out. So I just stuck it in there. Eventually my brother showed up. I got the key. Well, I don't know how it went. I forgot. And so it's just trickling out. So I just plugged it in there and set it on and said, all right, it'll be full soon, I guess. And I'm over there digging around with something else. And then all of a sudden, whatever clog there was in the hose reel came undone, and it fucking started spraying DEF everywhere. I was like, motherfucker! So I shut it off and put the DEF hose back. Said, all right, it's full. I can probably say it's full, even though the gauge on the inside did not say it was full, but it just the gauge might not be very accurate. But I mean, it's full. It's full now. And then I'm ready to go. I'm fucking ready to go. I run inside, I grab another cup of coffee. I'm on my third cup. I grab my work bag because I left it inside the office. And I go outside, get in the truck, call the guy that I'm supposed to be meeting because I'm supposed to be just dropping this motherfucking thing off. So I'm kind of excited to get over here, just drop it off, get the fuck out. The job that they're working on right now, which you'll probably won't hear about it on the radio or news or anything because it doesn't have to do anything with traffic. Pretty much, if there's a derailment or something and you can see it, or it deals with like traffic or something, then you'll hear about it on the news. But otherwise, the railroad really keeps shit kind of quiet. Like nobody cares that a train derailed off in a field. Nobody gives a fuck. But it's a big deal. And right now, I guess there's like 10 rail cars and 3 engines that derailed sometime yesterday or the day before. And it was due to a worn-out wheel, is what the investigators said. So there was a worn-out wheel on a train. The motherfucker derailed, and I guess there were some rail cars that were on a bridge that derailed. So that's even more exciting work. And I guess one of them was leaking because our guys, luckily we have a guy that went and learned how to fast water clear out or run a boom, like an absorbent pad across a river, and it's apparently right over a river. So our guys, and let me tell you, it got down to 2 degrees today. At least I looked at my phone when I was at the shop. It got a little colder before it got warmer. My phone said 2 degrees, so it's pretty fucking cold. And these guys have been out working on a river in a boat with life jackets, getting splashed. Fucking horrific fucking job. And the worst time for it to happen. You would think it'd be weather related. It was not. I mean, I guess you could probably say it was weather related because the guy that's supposed to check the rail car said it's too cold to go outside and check. It's probably fine. Or something. I don't know. Some bad shit went down. Alright, how do I go. Okay, I gotta go in through here. This is like a newer intersection over here near the stadiums, and to be honest, I'm not over here all that often since they redid it. I used to live over near the stadiums, kinda, so I was over here all the time. But now I'm not over here ever. So this is probably the second or third time I've ever been on this little cloverleaf thing. Anyways, so there's a pretty big derailment. I don't really want to be on the derailment because that means you're going to be cold and outside, and it's a hectic fucking time because there's tons of companies out here, and they each have people that are in charge of this and that, but I don't know, there's probably somebody out here that's in charge of the entire thing, but there's a lot of like foremen out here running the job site, which can get confusing. So, this fucking Jeep thinks he's gonna fucking pass me. A Jeep Patriot. Anyways, I don't like, I used to be on one of those crews, but we were like the big crew out there, and now the environmental guys, which is us, we're kind of the small guys out there. Like everybody else seems like their shit's more important than what we got. They're like, I mean, in their eyes, they're like, yeah, it's spilling, it's creating, you know, an environmental problem, but the quicker we can get rid of the environmental problem is by getting the fucking rail cars picked up or something. I don't know. So now I'm on this crew, and I don't know. One guy that was he was there overnight. He went home and took a nap, came back, and he's like, I don't know I can't believe they have you taking that there. I'm like, yep, they have me taking this there. So this is just going to be an exciting time, guys. And I'm almost there. I'm really only like 5 minutes away from being at the job site. Luckily, where I'm dropping the excavator is in a nice flat area, and then they got a different operator. Because I asked my boss, I was like, "Do you want me to operate the excavator?" He's like, "Fuck no." I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "Hell no, I don't want you to operate it." I'm like, well, what's that supposed to mean? He's like, "Oh, you just don't have a lot of experience, but we have a guy out there that has a lot of experience. Just take it out there and drop it off." I'm like, fuck. Sounds good to me. Even though I would like to get some excavator experience because I've always been the guy that's outside of an excavator. It would be really cool if I was the guy inside the excavator at some point in time. They're in there, they got radio, they got a heater, they got their drink, they got everything, and then I'm out there with gloves just freezing or burning up or whatever it might be. And it's usually just not a good time. It's fun to watch them work, but I think I'm a pretty good fucking operator, honestly. I think I'm a pretty awesome operator. It would be cool if oh, there's a crash. There's a crash on the exit. Not my exit, luckily. I think if I got the time to sit in one of these excavators, I could become a pretty fucking good operator. It just, nobody thinks of me as an operator other than like driving a truck and shit. But I mean, yeah, you tell me where you want the truck and I'm going to get it there. I'm going to do my best to get it there. And I'm going to do it pretty fucking good. You don't really need to keep an eye on me for much of that. But I don't know, running the excavator, I don't know. It seems like most things could be pretty fucking simple. Like if somebody's there using the hook and shit, just go slow. You're not in a rush. You're not going to get things done fast. People are going to really be upset if you fucking hit somebody or fucking dig down in the wrong spot, hit a fucking pipe or some shit, but I don't know. Gonna take up both of these off ramp lanes so I can make my corner here. Sorry about you. If you want to get one of these, it's 2 lanes to turn, but I'm taking up both. It's snowy, so like there's no shoulder. Luckily, the roads out here are pretty well cleared off. Pretty well. They're all wet, so you know what that means. Tonight, they are all going to be ice again. There's not much you can do when the snow's melting. There's our ER guy running a truck. All right, now this is going to be the fun corner because I need to take up. I need to take this corner, and this is a sharp fucking corner. As long as this car doesn't try to fucking sneak in here. As long as I don't get stuck. I can't see a curb or anything. I made it! Made it through. I'm starting to see some of these. There's a couple of train crews out here, the people that pick up the wreckage. There's R.J. Corman, there's Holcher, and then there's Mainline. And those are the 3 major ones, possibly in the United States. And I worked for Holcher for a little while. And then there were some guys that left Holcher to start their own deal, and they started Mainline. So it's fun to see them out here doing work, and I'm going to probably see some people I recognize. Actually, I might not. Well, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going to go over here to a nice offloading area. But I would imagine there's more people over here too. To offload their equipment. Shit. Well, I think I'm going to come back to you in a little bit. We are back. We are back. Everything went great. Yeah, pretty standard offloading procedure there. So I had a lot of trouble at the shop with this trailer, but I think part of it had to do with me not putting the pin back in. Because like there's a big pin for this split neck trailer. It's got 2 pins that stick horizontally out of the front of the trailer, the big flat part, and then I got 2 big circles on the part that's hooked to my truck, and they gotta line up, and they're tapered, so it should if you're close, you'll get lined up. And then there's the big pin that goes down vertically. As soon as you're set in there all the way, see, I leave the pin down. I let the pin go down because so as soon as I get up in there, and the pin will ride up, and then as soon as it gets in there all the way, it'll just drop straight down. But I think the pin is actually a little bit too long, and you're not supposed to do that. And I think I just kept hitting the pin because I was lined up, and I just could not get it. But I got it. Over here, offloading, everything went as smooth as it could be. And the guy that was there, that was running the excavator, he even help me with my chains a little. Not really. He unhooked them off the side of the truck and just left them laying there. I'm like, it'd be cool if you would watch me and I'm dragging them all the way to this side of the trailer. If you could drag those over also, but not a big deal. I don't care. I planned on doing this part by myself anyway, so didn't matter. But yep, got offloaded. He snagged the excavator and then he took off, and I was looking at the rail trying to see where they might be working. Can't see it from where I was. He had to track that thing. I don't know. By the time I left, I think he had made it a couple of miles back in there. Um, so I don't know. I was hoping to, if I could see the wreckage, that was going to be pretty cool. I'd take a picture of it and send it off, but couldn't see it. So I left there and made it down or up the snowy mountain. I was coming down the snowy mountain whenever I was going there. And not mountain, it's just a steep fucking hill down to the lower area. And then left. Got the fuck out of there. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go hit up a quick trip real quick. Yeah, I decided that I wanted to eat some pizza today. So I got me 2 slices of pizza. Chicken bacon ranch. Not bad. Not my favorite. Pepperoni. I did a shake test on both of these. Brothers, the shake test tells no lies. The shake test did wonderful, because some of those you could even see like in the little window of the cardboard box the pizzas are in, you could see the edge of it, and you're like, oh, well, that's obviously one I'm not going to grab. I hear fucking voices. Is that me or is that you? What the hell is going on here? Anyways, yeah, got the pizzas, and then as I was walking out, I look over and a trucker was trying to sneak. There's a truck entrance. There's actually 2 truck entrances, uh, and then there's like 3 exits if you wanted to. And this trucker, some other guy, I don't know, he was in the drive-in. I didn't read the company name, but he said, you know what? I'm gonna go in the car entrance, and that should be good. Did not work out too good for him. So I sat there and I ate my pizza while I watched him just squiggle back and forth. He came in, went across. All right, yeah, I can share my lane if you guys want. Yeah, you guys can come over here and hang out in my lane. You know, fuckheads. Like, what the hell are you doing? Did you not see the big semi next to you, you dumb fucking cars? Anyways, yeah, he went in the car entrance, and there's a corner that whenever it's dry, nice out, you can make that corner. But whenever there's snow all over the ground, like, we got so much snow, guys. I don't think you guys understand how much snow we got. We got, my house didn't get as much as most of Kansas City got. Most of Kansas City got a couple more inches than I got. And I got 13, according to the Weather Channel, I think. I might be wrong. I don't know. And different channels might say different things. But I looked at one graph, and it said I was at the edge of the 13 one. And then where I work and where I'm at right now, it was all, I don't know. It was over 14, maybe 15 or 16 inches. I don't know. A lot of fucking snow. And all this snow needs somewhere to go. And it's not very warm. Right now it's 26. It's not very warm. So, it's not really melting very well. So, the snow has to be somewhere. And just think of 13 inches of snow. And that's on the low end. 13 inches of snow on top of every single thing in Kansas City. Like, that's a lot of fucking snow. It's all got to go somewhere. Like you can't even see the barricades on the side of the highway here because they're buried in there. They're in there somewhere. It might be a little soft if you hit the barricade, but it probably wouldn't be that soft. So you probably still get pretty fuckered up if you hit the fucking wall. But it looks like just a pile of snow. You're like, oh, it's all right. All right, I'll let you over, Stevens. Took forever to figure out where the fuck you wanted to go. And it's kind of funny. I was watching one of the news stations, and they went right through here with their look out in the wilderness camera people. And it looks way better. Like you can see almost all of the pavement. There's one lane that's a little snowy, but the rest of the road is just wet. And so they've been treating them pretty good. The sun is actually out really hardcore, so it's doing a pretty good job of melting. I got a pickup truck with fucking KC chicken buckets running up on my ass, and I switched lanes to let people get on the highway, and he was about to switch lanes. I saw his blinker flicker on. He was going to switch lanes and get in between me and them. I gave them room, and he thought, oh, I'll just sneak in through there. Fucking people with the trucks with the big rims, not the big tires, like the big rims. I don't care for those at all. If you got a pickup truck and I don't know, because these things come stock with 20s on them. So I don't know. If you're running anything over a 20 that's aftermarket, I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. My trucks, I'm running on 15s, and that's just like perfect. My 92's on 16s, and that's all right. I'd rather be on 15s though. I don't know. People running around with these trucks, they got them tooted and got the big old fucking deep chrome rims and stuff, and they're like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, yeah, I don't know. That does impress a lot of people. A lot of fucking dumb fucks are impressed with your large rim size. I am not impressed with your rim size at all. I'm the opposite of impressed. I'm depressed. You make me depressed with your large fucking rims. Don't like them. But if you got a Caprice in the hood and you're on some 32s, that's pretty fucking cool. That's pretty alright. I like that. That's alright. I wouldn't want to drive around in one of those. But it looks okay. But these guys that got the pickup trucks with the big fucking rims, the big custom offset rims and stuff, I don't know, the rubber band tires, or even worse, they stretch out some Mickey Thompsons or something. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Look at the stretch on that, bro. Huh? The hell? What is going on? Why are people doing that? Like, that was a tuner deal. I thought tuner guys would take like a spare tire and then stretch it to fit a regular rim, like a donut tire. And that, I wasn't a fan of that. I mean, but that's not really I don't really have much of a say there. I mean, do what you want. You got your wheels on sideways, driving around. You like to wear out just a little bit of your tire at a time. Maybe that's some sort of economical thing. I don't know. Not sure. I like everything to be nice and straight. You know, a leveling kit. You know, so bring the front end of the truck up just to be level with the rear. I like 15-inch to 16-inch, maybe some 17s, maybe even 18s, but not really. I'm more of a I like stock or just not fucking dumb as fuck. I don't know. I don't know, man. And I'm even a little bit not impressed by lift kits anymore, which is kind of sad. I mean, if you get a square body and you put a lift kit on that, you could do blocks, but if you do the leaf springs, like that's one thing. If you're doing a leaf spring suspension, what the hell is this Dodge Caliber doing? Just taking a break in the middle of the highway. Just gonna park there for a little bit, I guess. What I'd say? Oh man, I totally lost what I was thinking about. Lost it. Damn it. What the hell was I talking about? The Dodge Caliber really threw me off. What was I talking about before the Dodge Caliber? I was talking about 32s and the hood and then big rims and little tires and lift kits. Yeah, I don't know. If you're lifted up on blocks, it's just not that. I'm not. I used to be a big fan of it. I was like, dude, look how lifted that fucking truck is. And now it's just like, I don't. I mean, yeah, you can fit bigger tires and stuff with a lift kit, but that just weakens your entire suspension, like a lot. Like you're on blocks. You got to lift it up. You're on these fucking 4-inch. I mean, you could be on 6-inch blocks, which is fucking. What the fuck are you doing on 6-inch blocks? My truck right now, it's got a body lift, which I'm not a fan of. But a body lift, it's still got the same exact configuration on the suspension. It's still as strong as it was before. But now your bed and your cap may get a little twisty. And you can see like frame gap. But I don't know. I'm not a fan of body lifts, but I'm not going to take mine off. I'm going to leave it on there. It'll be all right. I'll leave it on there. But yeah, just lift kits and stuff. I don't know. If you're doing a spring lift, yeah, that's something. Or even, I don't know. But I'm going to be doing a leveling kit on my 92, and it does come with blocks. So I don't know. I might put blocks under the 92 because, well, first off, it's a V6. I'm not doing any crazy towing or anything special with this truck. It's just going to be driving on the road. So I guess I'm a little bit of a hypocrite in that sense, where I'm like, the blocks fucking, I don't like them, but then I'm going to put blocks on my truck. I mean, as long as you do it right, you got to get new U-bolts first off, because your stock U-bolts aren't going to be long enough. Look at this guy. He is way lost. You are stuck, dude. You're stuck as a motherfucking duck. You're blocking the entire road there, too. That ain't the way I'm going. So I'm just going to keep on rolling. Like, I don't know. I'd love to stop and help everybody, but I'm not really in a position to be helping anybody right now. I'm on the clock. My boss would not be happy if I stopped and helped every single person that got stuck, you know? He's like, you're using company equipment to tow somebody out? Did you have them sign the waiver? If you mess up something on their truck with our truck, like who are we supposed to, can't really do it, bud. Can't really help you out. Oh man, got some sweet tea from Quick Trip. Been a while since I've had the normal, just straight up sweet tea, because I've been going to that tea place, HTO, next to my house. Been going there a lot and getting the almond green tea. And then, like, if I do go to Quick Trip, I don't know. I always end up getting the passion fruit, fucking raspberry tea, or whatever the fuck it might be. But this time I was like, I'll just get a regular fucking tea, and it's not bad. Not bad at all. It's actually not as sweet as I used to think it was. There's a cop up ahead, which is just wonderful. Usually I roll through this stop sign because there's nobody around, but there's a cop here, so I might as well stop at the stop sign. I'm following the rules. They are not following the rules. They just rolled through the fucking stop sign. Motherfuckers. Motherfuckers. Yeah, last night I got stuck on. I was watching two different types of videos. There was one that was like, you watch it and you get upset at what the cops did, and then I'd scroll, and then I'd go to another video and it'd be like, you're upset that what the bad guys did, and then it was just like giving me a little bit of both, and it was just like, I was like, oh man, those cops need to be fired. And then the next one, I'm like, those cops need to get a raise. Obviously, I don't like, I'm not grouping everybody together, but I don't know, man. Like, getting pulled over for something simple and then having it escalate, it's like, what is going on here? This guy's backing up. Oh, buddy, gonna sneak on by you. I don't know what you're doing, but I'll be out of your way here shortly. I'll be out of your way. You can keep on backing up, crooked as fuck. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't really want to get into like all the cop drama shit here. Everybody's got their own opinion. Most people agree with the cops, and I'd like to say I do too. But I don't know, man. I think some of the shit gets a little petty. You're like, they're just people like you and me. Like, okay, but they can throw me in jail. They're not just like me and you, okay? They can kill me. And most people are gonna think I'm a bad guy if I get killed by the police. So whatever, I don't know. We need police, that's for sure. Gotta have them. My brother parked next to me, and he parked so fucking close. I don't even know if I can get my fat ass up in there. Back at the shop now. Great place to be at the shop here. We're rolling in here. Gotta look for a spot to drop this low boy, and then park this semi back inside. Do not want to leave it outside. It's so nice to have just like a dry, warm truck. Getting into these cold motherfuckers outside, it really sucks. Anyways, I think that's about it for today. I don't know, something else exciting could happen. It could. But as of right now, it's pretty fucking boring. It's 2:24. I'm gonna probably just put in my 8 hours to get the fuck out of here, unless they need me for something else. But I don't know. It would be kind of nice to go home. It would be a little bit nice to go home. I played a little bit of video games over the 3 days that I was at home, I played a little bit of video games. And I love my kids. I like hanging out with the kids. But, I'm like, hey, let's all go downstairs. You guys play house or doctor or what, play with the kinetic sand and all that other shit. You guys play with all that stuff. I'm going to sit here on my computer and play on my computer. And you guys can stay down here as long as you want. And they're like, oh, yeah, wonderful. But my son comes over and he's like, can I play the game for a little bit? I'm like, sure, bud. So I let him play. And then daughter comes over. She's like, I want to play too. I'm like, whoa, easy now. All right, you can play too. And I let them all play. And then it just turns into them just playing my video games, which is fine. But I don't get my fix. That's the thing. I need to get my fix. Like, I don't want to just, well, I don't know. Sometimes I do want to just drive around and crush shit. But I don't know. I got like career modes and stuff on there, and it's like if you crash the truck or car or whatever, it costs money in game to fix that up, and it's like I don't wanna. I'm this is my career mode, okay? You can't play my career mode. Daddy's playing this game. Like, this is my game. Anyways, that's what happened last night. So yeah, my son played for a while, and he was having a good time. Like, he's learning how to use a computer pretty good. Like, for not knowing how to read, he can figure stuff out. Like, I'll walk off and I'll be playing with my daughter or whatever, and I'll leave him on the computer, and I come back and he's got like 3 different cars spawned up, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy that you figured out how to spawn up new vehicles, because you have to read the word vehicles to get to that menu. But I think he's just seen me do it so many times, and F7 like picks the car up, so like if you tap F7 like a bunch of times, like the car will just get higher and higher and higher up in the air, and then you can just let it go, and then it'll fall and smash to pieces, which is pretty fun. So he's figured that out, and then he knows how to use the control button, control, and then the mouse, and then click, and then drag, and it's called a node grabber. So like you can grab like a little node of a truck or whatever, a little ball will pop up, and you grab it, and it's just like you grab the truck, and you can shake the truck into pieces, and he loves to do that. So I'm really proud of him for doing all, like, he's figuring stuff out on his own and getting it done. It's really cool. But I didn't get to play my career mode. He does not like to drive. He does not like many. He says he likes cars. He does not. Okay, he does not give a shit about any car anywhere. Not even like monster trucks, 4-wheelers, dirt bike, nothing. Skateboards, no, not even skateboards. He's like, he likes to destruction and shooting and death. So that's my boy. He likes all those things, which is fine. He's got Fortnite. I thought about getting him into other video games, but Fortnite's pretty much the best one for him to be in, because there's no gore at all. You still get cool weapons, but there's no gore at all. I mean, you shoot people and they disappear, and you say they got killed and stuff, but it's not gory. But you get on Grand Theft Auto or even Call of Duty or something, and there's like blood splattering and like dead bodies laying around and stuff. It's like, okay, we're not gonna we're getting a little too crazy here. Let's just play Fortnite. It's the least gory game. As for shooters, I don't know. There's other ones out there that aren't bad, but anyways, I think I'm done here. I think I'm done with work. I think I'm done with the podcast. I think I'm gonna. Well, I'm not done with work. I gotta drop this trailer, but that doesn't take very long. Just gotta turn on the PTO, take the little hook thing out, drop it down, and then unhook everything, and then pull out from underneath it, and then park the truck in that shop right there. Open the door, go in there, and then I'll be done. There's my brother. What's he doing? Anyways, keep all 18 down. I hope you had a wonderful day, a good part of your new year, and I'll try to come back tomorrow. Bye bye.